Hi everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and I am doing a video looking at my AGM Urania decks. And ideally this would be a relatively short video because I only own 2 AGM decks. That these decks, I don't know, they call to me in a certain kind of way, so ideally the video would be short, but I might get to talking and I don't know what's going to happen, you guys. So can't make any promises. So I have been doing videos breaking down my decks by their publishers. So I thought it'd be kind of a fun way to break down my collection. So now we have moved on to the tiniest portion of my tarot deck. Well, yeah, my tiniest in terms of publishers. And out of AGM, we got the Cosmic Tarot by Norbert Loeske. My apologies for mispronunciation. And the Vision Quest Tarot, the Native American Wisdom by Guyan Sylvie Winter and Joe Doze. And yeah, I am quite excited about this one. This one is very new. This is the latest addition to my tarot collection. And, you know, some of you probably own quite a few more AGM decks, quite a few more decks than I own, period. But this is where I am in my collection, so I don't know. What can I say? So, I know for a fact that both books come with cool little white books, but for this deck, I felt called to get the guidebooks for the 2 guidebooks that come with it because I didn't know which one to get. And actually, I'm glad I got both because they both kind of do different things, and we'll look more into that when I flip the camera angle. As we delve a little bit more into the Cosmic Tarot. So let us go ahead and get started. Okay, so here we have tuck box and a couple of these cards. And it comes with a little white book. Looks like all in English. A little introduction. 1988. Comes with a 10-card spread. Using the tarot card section, etc. 5-card spread, 7-card spread. 1-card draw, 3-card spread. So useful, you know. And then we have the deck, and here's the backs. I guess, you know, if you don't look too hard, it could be done in reversals, but the design is not quite reversible. And then we do have a white border on both the front and, the I don't know. I don't mind the white trim. I know some people probably have trimmed this. Doesn't bother me. I'm not a huge fan of trimming decks. I don't know. I'm not a purist by any stretch when it comes to decks. Or maybe I am a little bit. I mean, if I was on a scale from 1 to 10 on as far as a purist goes and keeping a deck intact, and 10 being like extreme, you're not keeping the deck intact at all, it's almost something else. I would probably be a 3. I'd be a 3. I would edge it in like black, and then that's about it. Cutting it, no, not gonna do it. And edging it, I give it serious thought. I talk to the deck. I ask. Do readings to see if it's something that if it's okay. I know, it's crazy. So I'm loving the way it shuffles. overhand, and then of course it riffles, shuffles like a dream. It's the one thing about the AGM deck. It shuffles like nobody's business. Right off the box. And both decks are consistent in the quality of the cardstock and the feel of it. It's like, it's not really glossy. Standard tarot size. It's just nice to use. This deck is cool because the images are just wow. And then there's some celebrity sightings, guest appearances, if you will. Here's the Hermit. It's gorgeous. Here's Three of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Love that Two of Cups. What's cool about one of the guidebooks, and let's talk about the guidebooks here for just a moment. So we have this one. It says The Cosmic Tarot, Signposts Along the Path, a Spiritual Approach to Tarot. And this one is written by Laura E. Clarkson. Okay. And this one has, oh, cool. A bookmark from Book Depository. Forgot I had that. This one is a little bit different than this one, The Cosmic Tarot by Jean Hewitt. This one is really more like the guidebook. This really is a spiritual approach, or like kind of a textbook to working through the tarot with the Cosmic Tarot. But I don't know if I necessarily would come to this one all the time for guidance, for meanings. It's just like, for example, it's like got these different spreads and different activities to do with the cards, or with, you know, it's different. It's not your typical meanings book, whereas this one is. This one's strictly like for the meaning. So that's why I said in the beginning that there's different purposes for both books. So you would be okay with getting both of them and being good served for. If I had to say though, if I had to say which one was an absolute must out of the guidebooks, since you already get a little handy white book, I would say it's this one, because I love the meanings in this one, and because it is primarily a meanings book and it goes really in depth for each card, and I appreciate that. I really do. It's just also a good read. It's one of those guide books that's a good read. So reading a good story, if you will, as you read through the cards. Not that this one isn't useful either. It's just, it wasn't exactly what I don't know what I was expecting. I just wanted to see if there was something different. But I probably will use this in the future when I carve out more time for my tarot spiritual path. So yeah, just wanted to do a quick discussion on the guidebooks. So then we have Two of Swords. I like that. The Hanged Man. Eight of Swords. The Sun. Some people would take issue with the little girl under the sun, but I don't. I like it. Wheel of Fortune. Six of Cups. I can see Six of Cups here. At first, I wasn't so sure with this seductive couple. Usually think of a younger boy and girl, but I can work with this too. By Hierophant. love this Queen of Swords. And the cards and the images, as well as the guidebooks, tell a story. And some of these are actual depictions of people, like true life actors and actresses. The moon. And the guidebook, one of the guidebooks actually says the name of the characters. Let me see which one. I think that's another. Oh, this one has some really good spreads. You know, this one, it has different combinations. Like abusive family conditions, 3 of Swords, 4 of Wands, reversed, 10 of Pentacles, reversed, Tower of Death. So these are some combinations you can look for. It says abusive family conditions, addiction, androgyny, and homosexuality. That's interesting. Black magic, selfishness, community, leadership. It goes in alphabetical order. Quitting job. I might actually take a look at these combinations. This is quite curious and fascinating. This is why you need to read your books when you purchase them, right? I could go through this one. I went through the other one, but this is not why I went through there. I wanted to show you guys about the characters. Okay. The Cosmic Cinema. Several of the Cosmic Tarot people are based on movie stars. Here's a list of them. The High Priestess, Greta Garbo. King of Wands, Sean Connery. Queen of Wands, Liz Taylor. Prince of Wands, Tom Cruise. Queen of Cups, Greta Garbo. Prince of Cups, Alain Delon. Princess of Cups, Greta Garbo. 2 of Cups, Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. Queen of Swords, Ingrid Bergman. King of Pentacles, Gregory Peck. Prince of Pentacles, Charles Bronson. 9 of Pentacles, Rita Hayworth. 2 of Pentacles, Fred Astaire. So, that's another reason why I like this guidebook. But like I said, they both have, like this one doesn't have combinations of meanings of cards that could mean different things. So you could be served with getting both. Again, revisited that. The Empress. I never tire of looking at this deck. Although I haven't really used it much in reading, so I don't know. 7 of Wands. Ace of Cups. 7 of Cups. 5 of Cups. Oh, here's the Lovers. Queen of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Princess of Wands. 9 of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. 4 of Cups. So that's this lovely deck, and I'll be honest, I haven't used it a lot in readings for others because I haven't felt comfortable yet for some reason. But I've used it a few times for myself in readings and had really spot on. So I do enjoy it. And I think there is going to be a time that I'm going to be really hooked to using it. I already could feel something as I was going through the images now. Like, have you looked at decks, like, at one point you're like, I'm not really resonating with the images, but I like the art. And then you come back to that deck maybe a year later, 6 months later even, and you look at it with new eyes, and it's like you're looking at a whole new deck. That's what I'm experiencing now with this particular deck. Let me just grab a sip of my drink. Now let's discuss the Vision Quest Tarot. And I recently saw this, and I didn't realize it was an AGM deck. I thought it was a US Games deck. And then when I got it in my hot little hands, you guys, I was just like, oh my gosh, it shuffles deliciously right out the box, because this is new. Shuffles just like the Cosmic Tarot. Only I've owned the Cosmic Tarot a while. It does have the same white border as the Cosmic. Five of Earth, Insecurity. Son of Water. My friend, Metaphysical Mommy, the Metaphysical Mommy, I should say, was like, she saw this on my Instagram, this deck, and she was like, it seems like a hug, like it's a hug deck, and it totally is. 10 of Earth, Wealth. Now this deck, I can see myself using a lot more. Mother of Air. Transformation, which is for the Death card. Son of Fire. I love that. 10 of Water, Fulfillment. 10 of Fire, Oppression. And this is like a scenic pip deck, and I am not a fan of pip decks. I'll just be honest, I'm just not. But every blue moon there will be a deck that comes along that is pippish, and I kind of start to dig it, and I'm like, okay, you're not as bad as I thought you were. I'm gonna go ahead and go down this road with you, and then I'm so glad I did, and yeah. You guys know the drill. So I don't have to say much about that, but I love this deck. 10 of Air, Negative Thinking. Focusing. And the guidebook that comes with it is great. I mean, it's little, it's white, it fits in a tug box. It's even like bound, it's not even stapled or folded. It's a solid guidebook. It's all in English though. But it breaks down the meanings in depth. It has an essence meaning, an inner message, an outward manifestation meaning. And it's got a host of different spreads here, an introduction. Yeah, this is a great deck and totally enjoy using it. Son of Air. Right out the box again. Right out the box. 7 of Fire, Endurance. And see, when I look at this pip deck, for some reason it clicks. Maybe because it's scenic? I don't know. I don't know why. 4 of Water, Abundance. I got it from Amazon. 4 of Earth, Security. Grandfather. 4 of Wands. 3 of Fire, Integrity. Judgment or Spirit Guide. 2 of Earth, Change. So you kind of get the gist, right? I mean, it's really a beautiful deck. 9 of air, hurt. Huh. Wonder what happened there. A bunch of the feathers are disheveled. Whose feathers? Doesn't appear it's this owl. It appears like this owl did some hurting on someone. Like the card implies. This is the Hierophant, Shaman. Five of Fire, Stress. Look at that. Vision Request. Gorgeous. The Sun card. Six of Water, Pleasure. Now this I'm struggling with. And I'm going to soon be doing a card by card series where I'm going to be comparing different tarot cards that I have in my decks, and we'll all kind of explore and kind of dissect the meanings and stuff. But this one's interesting to me because it says Inner Peace. And I'm like, inner peace for the Two of Air, the Two of Swords? Thought it was about being blinded and can't see. But what I do like about it is what I think this is like advice or guidance to have inner peace, follow your intuition, and be guided to, by your intuition to the right answer. Be with peace with this decision-making process. It's quite interesting. Different, but it's like this deck encourages you to think like that. I can't even explain it. 8 of Earth, Inner Order. Inner order. Balance, temperance, justice. I don't know. 9 of Fire, Inner Strength. Mother of Earth, Empress. Six of Fire, Victory. Daughter of Water, Page of Cups. So, I don't know. I really like this deck a lot. I really do. And I don't know really what other AGM decks there are out there that will resonate with me, but so far so good with what I got my hands on. And I already have fallen in love with the Vision Quest, and I've only owned it not even a week. But I feel like I finally have another AGM deck that I can finally create a video for this publisher. So yeah. So that's my AGM tarot decks. Let me know what AGM Urania decks you have, and if you're working with any of these, or if you have some suggestions for all of us. And I'm always open to those suggestions. And I want to also thank you all for taking the time to watch, and I wish you all much, much blessings in your life and big love. Mwah. See you all in the next video. Bye.